What is up, everybody? I am so excited to show you what we found in game today as a community. Thank you once again to each and every one of you that helped make this happen. But we have found a Deftness farming route in the South Kvaris region. This is also another way to get Blizzardium, so stay tuned. If you aren't enjoying the password swapping meta, this is the farm for you. Like I said, this is going to be taking place in the South Kvaris region. I'm going to be running through every single location that has to be covered in order to make this farm operable. Just like West Retem Deftness farming, you're going to have people in very specific spots clearing out these monsters at all times in order to make these monsters continually repopulate the region and have every single person benefit. The first location is this cave here. You're going to have 2 people posted on each exit of this cave. So one person will be on this end, clearing out around this area and clearing inside of the cave. And then you're going to have the other person on the other end, clearing outside as well as a little bit inside. The second spot is above on this platform here. You're going to have 2 people clearing here as well. You're going to have one person on this lower half, and then moving up, you're going to have another person on the upper half, splitting this length. The third spot is just past this cocoon, and they are going to be taking care of this entire area. There are quite a few spawns here, but as you are continually taking them out, you shouldn't have any trouble as a single person here. This is a very important spot as well because one of the 3 tundra explorations that has the boxes that can drop Blizzardium is right here. So you need to be paying attention if you're in this spot that you don't accidentally begin clearing those monsters that are a part of that box trial. We will come back to this a little bit later discussing the box trials. The next spot is down below and it's in the other cave. And just like the previous cave, you're going to have one person on each end of this cave, clearing a little bit outside as well as the inside. So this is the first half of the cave, and then the second half is the same thing, clearing inside as well as a little bit outside. Now, as we exit this outside, this is a very important primary spot right here on top of this structure. When the room is actively clearing, you can pretty much go in circles clearing monsters all around you without ever having to leave that structure. So this is a very important spot to have somebody on. The next spot, we're actually going to go back to the other Ryuker in the South Kvaris region, the Dan and Snowfield. And we are going to be heading northeast from here, quite a ways away. There is actually a little section of quite a few groups that need to be taken care of. This is going to be spot 6, and this is going to require 2 people. You're going to have one person on the left and one person on the right, and they will actively be clearing their sides and then helping clear out in between both of them. We're going to go back and we are going to continue from the second cave, which was spot 4. You're going to go across this pathway to the other side of South Kvaris and up this little pathway. This is going to be spot 7. This is going to require 3 people. There are a lot of spawns here, and you can essentially triangulate yourself to clear your little pockets and then clear any monsters on the inside. And you'll see on the map, I am placing X's as for a generalized area of where each person should be standing in that location. Spot 8, you're going to take this floater up and up to this next floater, the corner of this house right there. This is how you can indicate that you're at the right spot. All you're going to do here is clear the little group of monsters right in front of that floater, and then go around the bend will be another couple groups that you can clear. And finally, spot 9. This is another location that requires 3 people. Now we are up at that house. You're going to have somebody posted up right outside of the house, clearing monsters right here. A little further down the pathway, you will have a second person posted up, and they will be clearing below and above them. And finally, you're going to have a third person at this corner, which is leading down this hill. You're going to clear towards that second person and clearing out the group that spawns down below that hill. And with all 9 of these locations taken care of, everybody else can jump into the pit, which is this huge central area. Now, unlike West Retem, where it was clearly outlined since that you're obviously in a canyon, this one is a little bit more abstract since it's just snow. But I've tried my best to highlight where the pit is, as well as mark, in what is my opinion, some really good places for players in the pit to put themselves. It is imperative that the pit works together to maintain clearing enemies as quick as possible. If everybody is moving around, you're leaving spaces open that can result in lower clears and can affect the other 9 spots that are clearing. So if you can get people in the generalized area of all these spots that I have posted, you are going to be clearing pretty much anything and everything that shows up. But as you fill up this room, you're going to have a bunch more people in the pit, so people will be moving around. The most important thing about being in the pit is trying to find a nice corner that you can call your own and just clear around it. Sometimes you may not have monsters, but there will be monsters soon enough. So is this farm better than West Retem? There's a couple of reasons why I believe so. First things first, you are farming in South Kvaris. These monsters are higher level. This means you can level up classes very easily. Number 2, you can drop Kvaris meats. There are no crisp meats, unfortunately, here, but you can get light, robust, and rich meats. Thirdly, you are dropping Deftness 3 capsules here, and from what I have observed and others have, we've been averaging anywhere from about 7 to 15, and in some cases more depending on where you are in the map. And additionally, you can spawn the Tundra Trial, which has the frozen golden boxes, which will give you a chance at Blizzardium. So this is another option for anybody wanting to hunt Blizzardium but does not want to deal with password transferring. This is a farm where you are staying in one room, and when those boxes appear, you're guaranteed to get them since you're already in the room. So one thing about box spawns in South Kvaris: there are 2 spawn locations that will show up in the pit and 1 that will show up on spot 3. These are all within 300 meters of the Danon Snowfield Ryuker device. So in most cases, when somebody announces that there is a box, you will simply teleport to the Danon Snowfield and you can make your way to either of the 3 locations in no time. When you are done clearing out those frozen boxes, you will simply go right back to your location. What we found success doing is, after a few minutes, asking in general chat if anybody hasn't cleared out the boxes. If no one responds, whoever is in charge of that area that has the box trial can then clear it out, since we have confirmed that everybody has done the trial. A couple other things to make sure that you do not do. First things first, do not farm veterans. Every time you decide to attack a veteran, you are not focusing on the monsters in the room, and that is going to cause other people to not be able to farm as effective, since there is monsters staying on the field in your area. Number 2, we have been ignoring the Gigantics when storms happen. It takes a long time to kill these Gigantics. So what we have been doing is simply announcing the new password we will all transfer to, and when you transfer into that new room, there will not be a Gigantics. So this will avoid 10+ minutes of interruption into this farm, and you can continue Deftness farming and popping those frozen box trials. In my first hour test, I got 9 Deftness 3 capsules and got 2 Blizzardium. And in my second hour of testing, I got 15 Deftness 3 and 1 Blizzardium. So this really isn't a bad farm to do. It's a very turn your brain off farm while working towards making money, as well as getting those Blizzardium for your 7-star Kaisar weapon crafts. And here I'm just going to show you some footage of how crazy this farm can be. I was in spot 6 and I was just going around in circles over and over and over, and always having monsters to clear. So this is the real deal. This is not a discounted version of the West Retem farm. As a matter of fact, I feel that more of these locations are fair to each and every single player. I continually asked everybody that was testing with me how did they feel about it, and they all agreed that every spot was pretty darn good at farming and appeared pretty fair no matter where you were in the map. I know a lot of people are getting frustrated with the Blizzardium farm. This is a secondary option if you're willing to take a loss on Blizzardium but have the chance to make some money with Deftness. Go ahead and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, throw a subscribe as well, it would really help the channel, and share this video around with everybody if you think that they can benefit from this style of farm. Thank you as always for supporting me and the community, and I will see you all in the next video really soon.